I'm Krista Wax. You are listening to MSP Sound on KFAI. I'm so excited. I have Annie and the Bang Bang with me again. Hey! Woo! Oh, love it. And you all are in the same screen right now. That's even more exciting.
That's true. Yeah, last time we were out our own, it was like the Brady Bunch last time.
Brady Bunch, a little bit Hollywood Squares, like one of my favorite shows. But that's not why we're here to talk about old game shows or anything. We're here because y'all have a brand new album, Walkie Talkie, out November 5th. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yeah. We're
Congrats.
very excited about it. Thank you.
That's awesome. Tell me all about it.
The biggest thing about it, I think, is that it was largely written and rehearsed during the pandemic, during lockdown. And Mike put up plastic in the rehearsal space so we could all come and work, because it was after lockdown happened, we were just had this huge itch to create. So the album has like a lot of energy on it, and it's sort of responding to the times we were living in. And it's like a lot of the riffs are from John. So he would send me things over voice memo. That's how we did it at first. And I would walk around in the woods and like, so Hyacinth, Heavy Heads of Hyacinth was the first song we wrote that way. And then shortly after that, we just figured out a way to be safe as we could be in the basement. And we all knew how everyone behaved in the world. Like, we wore masks, we stayed safe. So we knew that this was the one thing that we were kind of saving ourselves for, in a way. That's what I would say. Anybody else?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're able to figure out a way to make it work during COVID. I love anybody who's listening on radio right now, go check out the YouTube video, because you just saw a little glimpse of the basement with some of the plastic up. It's still there. Are you still practicing like that?
We're not. We just put it down so you could see it, and also just so you could see the serial killer basement aspect of this thing. So, as John says, that's our other job, is building serial killer basements.
Yeah, just making the basements.
I'm sure there's a need for that. So that's
Yeah.
You're got a leg up.
There's too many nice basements out there.
I think another thing about the album too, it's one of the first, it's the first album we've done where we decided what the energy was going to be, what the approach was going to be. So the other albums we've done, we just had enough songs to put an album out. And this one, we were like, we had three songs that all had this like pretty intense energy. And we're like, let's make an album that just feels like that the whole way through. It just has like a punch, potency. It's a lot of vitality. Yeah, so we're excited about that. It just carries its own momentum.
It does. I agree. I've had the pleasure of listening early, and thank you. And it's amazing. It's fantastic. I don't know, very different from, well, not too far different, but different from Loveland, which just came out last year.
Oh, we're releasing 2 albums in 1 year.
Oh, was that earlier this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. January.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
29th.
Late January.
Yeah.
Late January. Wow. I have no idea where the time went. It felt like a year ago, maybe we were talking, but okay. Thank you for fact checking there. Wow. So 2 albums in 1 year. Congratulations. That's very, very exciting.
Thank you.
As well. And you have an album release show coming up also on release day.
Yeah. Does anyone want to talk about the release show?
We are playing at Ice House on Friday, November 5th with Kiss the Tiger. We're super excited. They are going on at 10 and we're going to play at 11 out. And I think it's going to be really fun.
I muted my phone. I don't know why that happened.
And we're done, I guess. Annie of the Bang Bang says we're done. No.
Yes.
And we're
Gold Star.
And we're gonna have there's a little special thing happening like after the doors open. We're gonna be there early and we'll have the albums out and these beautiful t-shirts that were made. Artist friend Jacob Stoltz designed the album, and then we made t-shirts from the album, and yeah, so I think some of the artists who collaborated with us on this album are going to be present at the release show. So it's just going to be a really great fun event, and we're making a big deal out of it because it feels like a big deal. Feels really important, and yeah, love it.
That's exciting. Yeah, that does sound like a great fun event, and you have a great lineup. And why not do something fun? Because, well, Loveland came out January, as you all said, as it did come out. I act like it was a lie. I allegedly came out in January.
We're also a fake news band.
Getting that. I'm getting to the bottom of this. No. But because venues weren't really open at that time either, so that has to be a little bit more significant, because now it's November, and you've been playing shows, not just outdoor shows, but I've been doing some indoor shows too. So how does all that feel, kind of transitioning from, I guess, the last time that we spoke then in January to now? A lot has changed.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Yeah, I feel really free. I feel like there's a lot of freedom now. And playing the outdoor shows was really helpful. It was just a nice way to ease into everything. And we've been really fortunate to have been able to play enough of those gigs that we could sort of subsidize our artistic endeavors, which has been kind of amazing. And I can't remember the first time we played indoors, but at first I was like, I wore my mask as I set up, and then like took the mask off to sing and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's dipping our toes in the water of being indoors again. Yeah. Anybody else?
Well, it was interesting. I forget, recording the album with Tom Herbers at Creation Studios, and we were all masking. And it was just a few months ago. We were all masking. We were all staying away from each other. Anytime we ate, everybody just scattered away, and we all ate separately. And it's things have really changed. It's been a really interesting thing that's happened really quickly. So it's hopefully it continues on that trend. So
absolutely, I know. And now you're all in the same room. You're all very close together again. I love it.
We do too.
What else is happening? I know these are all big things. These are big events, but I feel you always have something in the hopper. What else is there?
We have another album already in the can. So we released our first one, and then we recorded 3 of them over the pandemic. So like we have Walkie Talkie that's coming out, and then we have this other album that right now is tentatively titled Nightmares and Lullabies. And one side of it is like sort of spare, I don't know how to describe it at all. One side is super droney and like dark, and the other side is like poetic and light, and I guess that's how I'd say it. So we have those, and then we're also working on something right now. We have like another 15 songs that we're working on for another project. So we're always working out ahead. We also have our friend Sarah Richardson is making another video for us for our song called Waste of Space. She made a video for Crow River Drive, and we've been wanting to work with her since then. And yeah, we're just trying to be prepared to just keep releasing things, because we're incredibly motivated and very productive. And now we're able to go back on retreats with each other too. We've been working a lot, so we haven't been able to even practice. We've just been playing every week. But now we're looking forward to another writing retreat in January. So I'm sure we'll come out with like 10 more songs or something. So.
Oh, and we just finally released a video for Shake the Shaker off of Loveland.
Yeah.
That we've already kind of apparently just passed on.
Yeah.
Like, well, yes.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. And so check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, I never know what I'm going to get when I ask an artist that, like, what's happening next, but you definitely surpassed most responses from people. Overachieving. I'll just say overachieving, because I'm not putting down any artists who are like, this is what I've been working on. Mm-hmm. But love that you're very proactive. Love that you're able to do your retreats again. I love hearing about them.
It's like the bedrock of how we develop things. Oh, and it's funny because there'll probably be a phase where like things aren't really cooking very well. And like we had a writing retreat a couple of months ago in Trompolo. We were in this basement space and we were working on some stuff and nothing was clicking. And John went away for a little bit and like we all took a break, and then he came back downstairs and he played these 3 chords and we're like, keep playing that. like, and it sort of like blew everything open. And so within a half an hour, we had a whole new song. And then we just played all these other things. We had like 5 new songs and seeds for other songs. So yeah, I mean, yeah, right now, as long as things are coming and developing and come to us, we just follow that. Which sometimes we wonder if that's at the expense of like promoting the thing that already exists. So we're trying to be better about that. Because we're like, here's Walkie Talkie, it's amazing. But now look at this other thing. So we're trying to be a little bit more focused.
Bye, Loveland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Loveland is still available, and
Yep.
Walkie Talkie, and then
Yeah, and then and we almost feel like the show we're going to do on the 5th at Ice House is almost like a release show for Loveland in a way, because we never played Loveland in town. We did a concert film that can be found on YouTube, which is beautiful and we love it. But we didn't have a release show in person for Loveland, so in a way,
It's both.
it's kind of both. Feels like it's really, but we're really focused on Walkie Talkie, like I just said. Walkie Talkie. I know. Wait, wish we had the album.
Where are they?
They're in the trailer. No, they're in my car. Maybe if we have. No, you're not going to do it. Go.
I'm not saying anything.
Sweet. Okay. So let's talk about more things so he can go get the album. You can see it. So pretty. Can I tell you a song about, like, because we have different stories about each of the songs and how they were developed. And one of my favorite ones was this was before the pandemic, but we were all having a slumber party and they were all talking about things. And I just wanted to type down, I just wanted to be a scribe for everything that was being said. So that night they were all talking about the X-Files and about old band houses they used to live in. And John said something about he had some neighbors and they started a fight inside the house and then they brought the fight outside the house and then everyone on the block could hear the end of that marriage. And I was like, oh my God, this is all amazing. But then there were weird stories about like, 2 brothers who keep their limbless mom under the bed on a rolly cart.
That's the
X-Files. So I was like, this is a very bizarre thing. And I was like, I want it to be a song. And they had all been developing this riff based on a thing John had. But anyway, long story short was I tried to figure out the container that the different experiences they were talking about that night could be held. And so, yeah, it's called Share My Misery. And it's set within Trump America, I guess we could say. 45. And then and Walkie Talkie. I love Walkie Talkie. It's sort of envisioning like the party at the end of the world, because that's what everything felt like for a while, was that it was just everything was ending. And then You Think You Know is a song that I really love and is very dear to me. And it's kind of about different experiences of sexual assault that the narrator experiences, and then they're talking about their male friend, and then they're talking about Christina Blasey Ford, sort of mixed in with the time that the football players at the University of Minnesota were sort of lined up in a hall. Anyway, so that's a super intense song, but it's like beautiful. And like, I just feel like everything we do, we mean every single thing we do. There's never filler. And on this album in particular, there's just no filler. We're just going for it and we love it. And we're very proud of it. And Mike has it. Show it.
That is beautiful. That is very beautiful.
Yeah. And then the lyrics are on the back.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's clear vinyl.
Yeah, and then one rehearsal was when we were working in the space with the plastic up. John comes in, he's like, I don't know, guys, what about this? And he's like, boom, doo, 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 doo. And we were like, this is amazing. And that's Jukebox Revolution.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's all coming. I've been obsessed with that track. I listened, well, the day it came out, I think I listened to it about 5-10 times.
Awesome. That's great. But yeah, but I just think what's so fun now is that everybody just comes in with ideas, and that's been happening a little more, but it's happening like a lot now. Everybody has ideas they want to work on, and then it sparks some creativity in somebody else, and then it just kind of catches fire in the band. And so yeah.
Very cool. Which
Somebody else. What?
I know. I'm like, oh, what's that? Where else? Yeah, does somebody have something they want to say? Please step up to the microphone. I'll have questions. No.
I have some questions for you.
Mike, come back.
Yeah, is there any song that you all like love in particular, or like can remember how it was developed, or want to talk about that at all?
Well, I feel like the songs on this album, and I don't, maybe this is just me, but it seems like we've gone deeper in developing all the details, like everybody's parts, like really fine tuning. Like, okay, in the second course, I'm going to do this just a little different, or this play off of this or that, or somebody. And there's some way, and like I said, maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys always do that, but that it just feels more developed and more, I don't know,
Crafted.
yeah, crafted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But more collaboratively crafted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I'd say.
absolutely.
You know, where somebody say, "Hey, what if you do this?" You know,
Yeah.
like John's really great. He'll be like, "Hey, what if you do this thing on the drums?" Like, "Oh, I
Right.
never thought of
Yeah.
that. Oh, that's a cool idea." And he did last night. He's like, "Hey, and Shake the
Yeah.
Shaker, why don't you go to that beat?" Like, I'm like, "Oh, I never thought of that." And so yeah, we did it last night, and like, that was great. So
At
And-
first,
that.
at first they were like, no, we can't do that. And they did it, and they were like, why did we not ever do that before?
And at the same time, we were all in our own houses doing our own thing, and so with nothing else to do, so like, you know, listening to a rough track of something and really just going off on, you know, some of the parts, and like,
I'll jump in because I'm the only non-iPhone user in the group. So these guys are airdropping stuff back and forth to each other. And then when we finally started to get together, we'd be in the basement, and Annie'd say, "Oh, let's play, you know, blah blah blah." And I was just like, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's in 4/4." And I click it off, and they're just playing this song, and I'm like, "What? What happened?" So that was really interesting for me. And they're like, "You got 20 of them?" What do you mean? So it was very fun.
I also want to, I mean, it's not the entire album, but I'd say 90% of it is live, which I'm really proud of.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah. We went into the studio on a Saturday. We recorded all of the basic tracks. We came back the next day and did all the vocals, the harmonies, and then like a couple of
Just a
electric
couple of
guitar
those,
solo overdubs. Yeah,
and that's it.
that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, and even that weekend we stayed together. Like we just, there's just nothing like getting away and making something together. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, we Airbnb'd, you know, away.
Yeah.
In by the U of M somewhere, and it's a gorgeous place. And then we can make dinner, and we can just like stay focused in what we're doing, as opposed to just, oh, we could just go home, and then I'll meet you here at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's just different to just kind of retreat away. And
Yeah, because you don't have to keep starting the engine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like you just
Right.
wait, you're just going on a
Yeah.
track.
so we're in it that night when we get home, we're eating, we're maybe talking about that a little bit or not, or just
Yeah.
relaxing, and then we're just stay in that vibe for
Yeah.
the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Which is really helpful.
Yeah, if we ever had a full week in the studio, we'd have like a triple album.
Do it.
Love to.
I would love to hear what would come out of that. That's
Yeah.
that's incredible, because I talk to a lot of bands and how they put music together, and no one does it the way, I mean, everyone does it different, right? Like it's no right or wrong way, but I love hearing your way. I love these little retreats. I wish I was a member of the band. I could do a tambourine.
You might need that
Oh,
because on
yes.
one song I play tambourine, but on the record I play guitar and John plays a guitar solo, and now we're all sad that like
There's no-
yeah, so maybe you will come and you will play tambourine on Shake the Shaker, and I can play the main riff, and then John can do his solo.
That would be great.
I dare you. I dare you.
It's on. On. I'm getting ready. Okay.
I
I'll
do.
cue you in.
Yeah. Thank you. But I do wonder what it would have been like if we didn't have the technology we have. I mean, we
Yeah,
could, because
yeah.
it's so important to me. Just put in earbuds and go for a walk. Like that's when things happen for me. So I'm listening to anything that anybody brings, and that's when things come, pictures or words or a story, those kind of things. But if I didn't have that to listen to, I don't know, and we couldn't be together, that would have been super. That would have been really rough. So
I feel like we did a couple of years worth of songwriting collaboration in that 8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
It normally would have taken a couple of years to happen when you get together for 3 hours on a weekend, or like maybe once a week or two times a week even. You unload, you get ready, you play for a couple hours, and you're like, okay, bye, I gotta go to work tomorrow. But just being able to intensify that and use the technology in a really smart way that my dumb Android phone can't do.
Right. Catch up, man.
Was cool.
Catch up.
So, go fund me.
Go fund you.
All proceeds from the album will be going to Mike's iPhone fund.
Get him into
it. Well, that's incredible. Thank you all so much for coming on the show again. You are a third-time guest. You are just behind Jeff Radford, guest 4 times. So
next month, have us on again,
yeah.
And we'll start to like really breathe down his neck.
Absolutely.
And
January we'll take him.
Yeah.
That's right.
We have a new album out.
Yeah.
And Walkie Talkie's on Minspin too. We're on Minspin again this year. So we've been on Minspin for like 3 or 4 years. So it's really great. I love that program. So.
Yeah. Oh, such a great program. So important to our community. All right. So the vinyl is available. Will there be copies available at the show, or is it just you have to pre-order them, or how is that?
You can pre-order them right now on Bandcamp. You can come to the show and buy them from us there, which is always the best way, because any third-party site we use takes money from us, right? Because it's hosting, or it's helping us host the material. But yeah, pre-order now or come to the show. We'll have the beautiful t-shirts. We'll have those wonderful albums. We'll be playing a rockin' show. We're super excited to be there with Kiss the Tiger. And yeah, I want to figure out if they want to do it. Like, I would just love to like jump up and sing with them, and then like everybody files on, and then they take, like, we take over the set as they're leaving it. That's what I want to do.
Ooh.
And maybe we better, now we have to have a meeting about it. So we got to go, Kristen. We have to.
Ooh, band business. You can keep it on. Wiring mine's fun to know. No.
But it would be so fun to just like somebody, you know what I mean?
Jay and I can have an arm wrestling contest.
You, Jay, have a fight. Yeah, have an arm wrestling
I'll
contest. Get in the
beat him and
drums.
he'll have to leave.
We'll come up with our guitars as they leave, so they'll exit like stage left. We'll come up stage right.
Oh, no.
Microphone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure
no.
it out. No, Mike said no. Okay. Put the kibosh on it.
No.
All right. Well, regardless, it'll be an amazing show, and I can't wait to see the transition next week.
Now we have to do it. Oh my God.
No.
Oh.
Cut that part out. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Friday,
November 5th.
November 5th, Walkie Talkie out, album release show, Ice House, Kiss the Tiger. Oh my gosh. What a great day.
Party, party, party.
Party, party, party. Thank you all so much. Congrats on the new album, and I'll see you at your album release show.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.